So the company we picked was Netflix. The thing that I was looking into was Instagram and successful Instagram posts and good ways Netflix uses social media to market their company. So to start off, they often have little things like this. My ideal party guests are my couch, my TV, and Netflix. Weekly, almost every other week, they're posting little word blurbs. Another popular one is roses are red, violets are blue. Someone is Netflix cheating on you. So essentially what this does is it reaches their target market, who are like a younger generation who like to just kind of crack jokes, and Netflix is staying relevant by cracking these kind of jokes. With that being said, with the help of their followers, their posts for upcoming shows are shared many times. When it comes to the ladder of success and engagement, not only are their followers spectators, but can also often be looked at as collectors by tagging Netflix in post, and even critics due to the fact that many of their followers do in fact comment on the post. An important thing to note about Netflix, while researching them, we learned that Netflix does in fact have communication with their followers. They reach out to them to create that one-on-one relationship. When looking at promotion for Stranger Things 2, Netflix followers on Instagram would comment and say how much they love the show. Netflix would instantly respond, asking what their favorite scene was, what their favorite character was, all that. So we're gonna look at Netflix's productive marketing on Instagram. As you can see on the left, this is a screenshot that Netflix posted for a new show, Santa Clarita Diet. And if you look to the right of it, it says Kimmy Schmidt, Jessica Jones, Frank Underwood, Count Olaf. These are all characters in Netflix original shows. So essentially what Netflix is doing is promoting itself in a promotion. Kimmy Schmidt she's going on her third season for her show. I think it's called Kimmy Schmidt Unbreakable. Whereas on the bottom is Count Olaf. He's a character in a new show, a series of unfortunate events produced by Netflix. So yeah, what it's doing is it's kind of like it's interesting to the user, the follower, because it says things such as like her diet, like what she's eating. It's an interesting way to market. So productive marketing continued. As you can see, this right here to continue on the topic of Count Olaf from a series of unfortunate events. This post was 3 weeks ago. Neil Patrick Harris plays Count Olaf. He actually got a tattoo that the character has in the show. It's an eyeball on his left ankle. So Netflix shared the post, shared a screenshot of his post and said, "We suggest you look away from this real tattoo on the rail." They tagged Neil Patrick Harris. They hashtag ASOUE, a series of unfortunate events. So what this does right here is it not only brings Neil Patrick Harris's followers, but it also brings Netflix followers, and it meshes the two together very well. I don't know, it's kind of unsaid, in our research it was unsaid whether someone like someone like Neil Patrick Harris and Netflix have the understanding of, I'm gonna post something, you share it, we're gonna tag each other, hashtags for both parties are posted. It's kind of unsaid, but it's a brilliant way of marketing to do that, which brings us to the next one. Amy Schumer, I think it was March 7th, Amy Schumer released a new comedy special called The Leather Special. She's best known for her show Inside Amy Schumer and her comedy specials. So Amy Schumer shared this picture, and then Netflix reshared it and said, Netflix on March 7th, Amy Schumer is laying it all out there on Netflix. They tagged Amy Schumer and they hashtagged The Leather Special. So again, both of these, what it's doing is it's bringing all of Neil Patrick Harris's followers, all of Amy Schumer's followers. It's building a bridge between them and the company Netflix. It's using hashtags, it's tagging them. So yeah, that's a very great mark. So that brings us to our July 4th social media plan. Essentially, we wanted to give all of our United States subscribers a look at movies that relate to Independence Day, patriotic themes, all of that. So we're gonna have two posts. The first post will allude to the overall theme of Independence Day, but will not exactly specify what our plan is on the 4th. The post will go out almost 3 weeks before the 4th, causing users to become interested. I'll explain this more on the next slide, but essentially we just want to kind of have like an encrypted post, kind of like leave it up for interpretation of what's going on. Our second post though is the Friday before the 4th. Netflix users will know exactly what our plans are for the 4th, and the post will be explained in the following slide instead of the first one. So, the initial post that comes out Friday, June 16th, All right, so our first post will focus on the theme of the 4th of July. It will not directly specify what our plans are, but instead we'll have flashing pictures that can relate to the overall topic. What this means, we're gonna have a 60-second long video. We already have it made. Each picture is roughly 2 to 3 seconds long. It features things such as this picture, the apple pie. It features fireworks going off. It features cookouts, someone with a beer in their hand playing cornhole. It's kind of like gets in the theme of the 4th of July. So the actual post that we made, it says, 4th of July is coming fast. We at Netflix plan on celebrating America's Independence Day this holiday season. Be on the lookout for everyone's favorite summer holiday themed shows and movies. So grab your sparklers, apple pies, and a cold beer and enjoy our nation's independence. So that will be our first post. Not really going too much into what we have planned, but it's kind of like it's just interest to use it. So the second post will actually go out 2 weeks later on June 30th, 4 or 5 days before the actual holiday. So at Netflix, we have a way of looking at movies you've watched, and if you've watched a comedy special, it'll say because you've watched yada 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 the comedy special, we recommended titles for you. We have an algorithm of seeing what you've watched and suggesting movies to you. By looking at movies you've watched in the past and relating it to our patriotic theme, 4th of July theme, we can then formulate a way to pick up movies you've watched that relate to the actual theme, if that makes sense. So, say if you've watched movies in the past that were older, 1980s style war movies, we know that's kind of like a front runner for you. Another thing we also are going to do when the users log in at this time on this weekend, because that's a Friday on the weekend when they log in, we will be having like a word choice, like a category thing, such as when you log into a company like Apple Music, you can pick things like rock, hip hop, rap, alternative, and it'll say pick the ones that, double click the ones that you like the best, click the ones that you like the second best, leave the ones that you don't like at all, just leave them. And then they can decide what best fits you for movies. So we have the same idea for this. So subscribers will sort through a few category types. For example, if they're interested in older movies, action movies, drama, we will sort through all the patriotic themed movies we have and then sort them into those following categories and suggest the ones best for you. With this being said, that wraps up our 4th of July plan and a little backward information on Netflix's current marketing. We understand that this is a United States only subscriber focused holiday, but we're looking at things such as the Chinese New Year and other national holidays around the world to appeal to all of our users around the world and see